Well, what can I say? I can say a whole lot, but let's fire this thing off here. Brand new year, brand new intro, new exit, whole new deal, and another stream. So let's get it started. How's everybody doing? This 2021. It's Bishop Beaver Tactical POV. Hope everybody had a good year, a good New Year's, I should say, and enjoyed it. Spent time with your family, hanging out, watching the new year come in, man, and putting 2020 behind us. Good God. It's 2020 was a ride, man. It was a ride, without a doubt. The I would honestly say in my lifetime I've never seen something or never seen a year with just about you name it, man. It's just anything and everything. It just seems like as far as with it COVID, the fear mongering that's been going on for the past 10 months, 11 months. Yes, I am calling it fear mongering because it is. And it's crazy fear mongering. It's not like I don't it's not like I'm not discounting this, the deaths or, disregarding the deaths or anything. And my prayers go out to anybody who's lost family members, friends or something over this deal. My heart goes out to you. My prayers go out to you. Okay. Hold on a sec. Um, as far as my belief and how I go on this about this thing, man, I go by numbers. Okay. And the more that it gets into, I don't listen to a lot of fear mongering. I really don't. I don't listen to mainstream media when they're talking about this because between mainstream media, the top epidemiologist, what is that, epidemiologist, CDC, everything, there's been so much flip-flopping over this virus, man. It said one way, they say this, and then they change their mind, and now it's this, and they change it over to this, and change it over to the next one. It's just nonstop. It's so much misinformation about this. But one thing is for sure, that the death toll, well, let's put it this way, the death toll is definitely skewed. Okay. It is. It's skewed. Okay. As far as the comorbidities that people had, which was said first off when this thing showed up, said, look, if you've got any kind of comorbidity such as diabetes, obesity, any kind of thing that weakens your immune system, if you're battling cancer or, there's just a list of things to where you could be compromised. Yes. Does that still exist now? Yes, it still does. It hasn't changed. That's for sure. But as far as what they claim to be the death total, what would be? No, no, it wasn't even close. Now it's at 300 and what is it, 320 some thousand or 330,000 or something like that. People freaking out over the 300 some thousand deaths that came with COVID-19. And I'm streaming this thing live right now on Facebook and on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So I'm bringing this live feed over there finally. If they ban this video, I don't care, guys. Go follow me on Rumble because I'm gonna post it on Rumble. So you can go right over there, follow me, Rumble, Tactical POV on Rumble. You'll see me over there. If this ever gets pulled down or banned, go right over there and you'll see it. This whole deal. But apologize for that. I've been battling this, man. This weather too. Also, the weather's just playing havoc on my sinuses, man, and throat, and just phlegm. Just sucks. But my thing is this, and I've watched this the entire year, and I've watched how this thing has gone the entire year. My thing is, okay, the death toll is nowhere near projected, not even close. The things that were said earlier in the year still hold true. If you have a strong enough immune system, your own immune system can fight this virus. There are some exceptions. I understand that. There's exceptions in people dying from the flu. People still die from the common cold, which seems insane, but it's true. The common cold has been around forever. In this day and age with herd immunity over the common cold, some people still pass away from the common cold. So, yeah, herd immunity on this deal, yeah, we'll get there. Honestly, I think we'll get there a lot faster than what's projected, tell you the truth. As far as with modern medicine, as far as people getting more health conscious about themselves nowadays, okay, we're not the number one obese country in the world, no matter what they say. I think we're, what, 2 years ago, I think we were seventh or eighth or something like that per capita. So, but don't quote me on that. I remember seeing that somewhere about, like I said, about maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago or something. So can't remember where I saw it, but I'm just saying, my thing is, I am going by the people that have actually died. Even the CDC has said 97% of the people that had passed, from COVID-19 had comorbidities and had issues that passed from this so far. You got 3% of people that actually just died from the virus itself. What's that, around 10,000, 11,000 maybe, just from the virus, but without any comorbidities at all? It's pretty damn low, really low. Not discounting the 10,000 or who that have passed, the other ones that have passed with it, still is low. We still lose almost 500,000 people a year to cigarette-related illnesses. Nobody bats an eye at that. So it's insane. It's insane. But I digress. This thing here, what I titled this feed is Goodbye 2020, Hello 2021. And I wanted to extend it even more to say more than that. Just basically, I wanted to say, buckle up, bitch. It's going to be a rough ride even in 2021. It's coming. It's coming, man. Between this God, there's enough people out there talking about the election, okay? There's enough. Seriously, there's a ton of people talking about it. My personal opinion, yeah, it was frauded, man, big time, okay? And as I said, don't look at this thing as me being a Republican, because I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative. I'm a constitutional conservative. So there's processes to these things. There's processes to the election. I look at it as being fair and square, and I don't care what side, if it's Democrat or Republican. I care about the process being fair. If it's a fair election, no matter who wins, as long as it's straight up fair, then you accept the results, accept the way it is. Okay, it is what it is. It was a fair, straight up election. This candidate didn't pull it out. This one did. It was straight up fair and honest. That's fine. If Trump wins, he fines. If he loses, fine. But if he lost fair and square, then he lost fair and square with none of this bull crap that's going on. All right. If he won fair, he won fair. But people bring up this crap, man. I hear them talk about this deal in 2016 with Hillary Clinton and Trump, and it's like, well, she won the popular vote. So she won the popular vote. We're not a populist country. We don't go on populism. We're a constitutional republic with kind of like a hybrid democratic process of how we do things. But we're not a populist country. So the way it turned out was totally constitutional how it was. As far as if there was any fraud, it should have been brought to the table. It was brought to the table on this one because the scale of fraud is ridiculous. I've never in my life seen anything like this. And don't give me that Bush Gore crap either. That was the biggest damn joke possible. All of that stuff hanging in the balance in Florida, man, over what? A hanging Chad crap? Serious? That was the most ridiculous damn argument possible. So, but this one, man, this is no joke serious. This is legit serious. And honestly, our way of our constitutional process, man, being right and doing right by the people, man, this is the most scandalous crap I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen scandalous stuff, man. I see politicians, and there's dirtbags on both sides. I hate both sides, Democrat and Republican. Don't get it twisted when I say I'm a conservative. I support principles. I live by principles. I support that. As I said, I always tell everybody, don't support parties. Parties have an agenda. Do what's best for the party. If you have principles, support your principles. And then you find individuals who you vote for that supports your principles, that how you live your life and what you agree with. But parties are trash, man. Straight trash. Both sides, Democrat and Republican. You know, Democrats are just low down, dirty, conniving, sneaky ass snakes, and Republicans are the same, just absolutely spineless as hell. Just spineless, just soft, spineless pussies, man. God, I can't stand them. It's just so mind numbing. It is. It does. It bothers me, man. It really does. I mean, if you stand for something, stand for something. You know, whether it's I agree with it or not, but I give you respect because you stand on it. At least that. But don't just flip flopping crap and blowing smoke up everybody's tail, man. I can't deal with that. Can't deal with that. Be true to what you are. That's what I'm saying. Don't pander to my ass. Don't try kissing my tail because you want to vote. Because if you're doing that, and I know you're doing it, and I see you doing it plain as day, you're not gonna get my vote. Okay? Because you don't stand on anything. If you stand on something, I'll see, and then I'll make my decision from there. You give me the truth on both sides. Let me weigh it out myself, and I'll make my own damn decision up for myself. That's how you should live. I don't listen to mainstream media trying to sway me one way, because as I said, mainstream media is trash on the left and even on the right. And the only mainstream media left on the right is what, Fox, and Fox has been trash for a long time. So if you think I'm talking points from Fox News, you're sadly mistaken. I'm truly not. As I'm telling you right now, Fox is trash. Been trash. They've been going trash easily for the past 4 or 5 years. They've been trash. Okay. They're not the way they used to be when they started years ago. Okay. So I see it. I see it from how they report, or should say what they report and how they report it. I see it plain as day. Absolute garbage. CNN is pathetic. CNN won't tell the truth ever. And if they do, mark it down on a calendar somewhere. You know, 'cause that's about it. But anyway, got an interesting story here coming up that I actually want to pull up here and take a look at this story here. This is something right after the first year. And guys, you know I'm a gun channel, small gun channel, gun person. I'm 1,000% supporter of the Second Amendment. There's no way you can absolutely sway me at all to change my mind ever, ever, ever. I'll take this to my grave. Okay. I believe in it with my heart, soul, and life. Everything. I am 100% supporter of the Second Amendment. I have issues that come around how people try to preach propaganda around it. You know, it's worded pretty damn simple, man. All the in-between talk of the Second Amendment. It's like, you know, you can miss me with that, idiot. Okay, because I'm not trying to hear it. I'm sorry. But I've got something here, man, to show here. And this is disturbing. It's disturbing to me because the manner of this story. This is from Newsmax. And I caught this earlier. And I'm going to read this article out. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to read this article. If you haven't even heard it, I'm going to read this out. And I'm going to get to the point of what I mean, what bothers me, because it falls in line of what I constantly say as an instructor, as myself, as someone who believes in this thing and I teach. This falls right in line to other things that I say about this entire deal of protecting yourself. All right. So as you see right here in the article, you're watching this here. Since the pastor was killed, 2 other people were injured in a shooting at an East Texas church Sunday afternoon. The pastor confronted a man who had hidden from police in the church overnight. And a local sheriff said authorities have been using dogs and drones to search for the man late Saturday in the woods near Winona following a car chase. And the pastor of a nearby Starville Methodist Church discovered him hiding in a church bathroom Sunday morning. Smith County Sheriff Larry Smith said at a news conference Smith declined to say, this is what he said in a news conference. So he said, Smith declined to say why authorities had been searching for the man. The pastor drew a gun and ordered the man to stop, Smith said. The man grabbed the weapon and began shooting with it. The pastor was killed. The second person was injured by gunfire and another was hurt in a fall. The man stole the pastor's vehicle and fled east before being arrested by deputies in nearby Harrison County, Smith said. He said the man was hospitalized Sunday afternoon with gunshot wounds to his hand, but that it's unclear when he was shot. Smith declined to identify the pastor, the other people injured, or the suspect. The sheriff said the shooting suspect will likely face a capital murder charge. Most likely he will, especially being in Texas. The shooting was reported around 9:20 a.m. There were no services going on at the time, said Sergeant Larry Christian of the sheriff's office. Smith said the pastor, his wife, and two other people were in the church at the time. The man appears to have taken shelter into the church out of convenience, and there's nothing to indicate the shooting was motivated by religious animus, the sheriff said. This is not a church-related, religion-related offense, Smith said. Governor Greg Abbott sent his condolences. Our hearts are with the victims and the families of those killed or injured in this terrible tragedy, he said in a statement. See, it is unclear exactly when the man entered the church in Starrville near Winona, about 100 miles or 160 kilometers east of Dallas. Representative Starrville Methodist Church could not be immediately reached for comment. Starrville Methodist was built in 1853 according to Texas State Historical Association. So let me back this up here. I'm going to back this up and I'm going to highlight something. Right, let me see when we find it here. Yep, right here. Let me highlight this. No, not that. Right here. Okay. This sentence right here. So the pastor drew a gun and ordered the man to stop, Smith said, but the man grabbed the weapon and began shooting with it. Now, this is, as I said, this is what's disturbing to me. It bothers me at the simple fact that a manner, for one, God forbid you run into a situation like this to where you have to defend yourself and your family. Ultimately, as I said, walking around and you're carrying yourself, carrying concealed, carrying legal, your legal protection, perfectly fine. I think everybody should. Okay? Now, the thing that disturbs me about this right here, when it said the pastor drew his gun and ordered the man to stop, the man grabbed his gun. This is what I've said, and I've been saying this for years. Just because you get yourself legal to carry does not mean that you are totally prepared to defend yourself. You're only evening the odds. This pastor's life, if he did not, now I'm just going on here, so I'm not going to assume, I'm just saying from what's being reported now, I'm sure we might find out something else. I don't know if he got additional training beyond this. Maybe so, maybe no. Don't know that yet. I'm going on from teaching this thing for years and going by people's mindset, the mindset of people when they get this thing, because I've seen it. I've talked about it before. And what I mean by I've seen this and talked about it is because I've had people who've taken my class years ago, ran into them somewhere, talked to them real quick. And there's been some people that took my class years ago and they have not shot their firearm since the day they qualified in my class. Okay. I'm talking that they took it a while ago. I've talked to people who they've taken my course and they haven't picked up their gun in months and shot. This is just from a concealed carry course. So my thing is, when I say this constantly, I constantly tell people and have to drill this in everybody's head. You've got to understand something here. Just because you get yourself legal to carry, your life is literally now a coin flip. It is literally 50-50. Only reason why it's 50-50 is because you brought a weapon to the table to help defend your life. That's it. You brought something else to help defend your life. That's it. Your odds are literally 50-50. You have a 50-50 chance if you're going to survive a violent attack. Pastor had his gun, drew it. The man took his gun from him and wound up shooting, killing him. That instantly tells me, so far in this article, that instantly tells me that is a lack of training. A lack of training. More training that you get, more advanced training you get beyond a concealed carry course. And I promise you, there is so much more training that you can get access to beyond a concealed carry class. There's no concealed carry class that's going to teach you enough skills and get you to understand the mindset behind this thing and actually teach you how to properly handle your firearm. It's just enough to get you legal. Okay. Even with my advanced course, and I have an advanced technique that I put in my CCW course that puts it a step above the rest, a bigger step above the average. Okay. So when I have my requirements for my class, there's a reason why I have those requirements, and there's no exceptions to it. If you don't have the requirements for my class, I cannot teach you what I need to teach you on the range. And this is just to give you a slight better chance than 50-50, just for this one technique that I put in my own course. But I'd also have an advanced course too that will definitely give you greater odds in surviving a violent attack on how to handle a situation like this. If you ever encounter something like this, you pray that you don't, but if you do, at least you'll have some type of training behind it. Something for where you can have this roll through your head, you can possibly practice if you get on another range somewhere, if you travel or whatever, and you have an opportunity to get on an open range and actually run through some of these drills. So it's not like I'm advertising or pushing an advertisement here while I'm doing my podcast. It might sound like it, but I'm really not. I'm just saying that this falls in line with what I've been constantly preaching. Please, please, please get more advanced training beyond your concealed carry course. There are so many people that have been legal to carry and have still lost their life because of situations such as this. Here's another individual who just lost his life, even if he was legal to carry, or even Texas. I believe Texas has got an open carry along with Ohio and Michigan. So he might have been open carrying. Who knows? This is the only thing I'm getting off of this article right here. I might have to do some more work and see if I can find some more about it. But seeing this right here, I'm just like, man, here it goes again. Another person just lost his life. Another one just lost his life because potentially lack of training. Better training, better situation will give you better odds, or should say will give you better odds in a certain situation to survive a violent attack such as this. Because in my opinion, there's absolutely no way if this pastor had proper training, there's no way that the alleged person here that was being tried that shot him, there's no way he would have had a chance to even get to his gun with proper training. If this pastor had proper training, there's no way he would let anybody get close to his gun, close to his tool at all in order for someone to grab it from him, take it, and then shoot him with his own weapon. That's lack of training. That is absolute lack of training. Because there's no way this pastor should have put himself in this situation to begin with in order for an individual to get his firearm from it. The more training that you get, the more you understand. There's no way you can put yourself in a possible position to where someone has a chance to get your gun from you. Someone getting it, I swear, I'm going to say it again, it's lack of training. It is. Flat out. You know. So, that's one story. That's the one story I caught today on this here, as far as something that really caught my eye. And it's sad because, I mean, here we are, we're 3 days into 2021 and already starting it out on a bad note, such as this, seeing this story here. And I'm like, you know, I'm praying for the best of everything, seriously. Everybody, I'm praying that everybody here keeps their mind, keeps their sanity. And it's tough now because there's places around the country still on lockdown, on draconian lockdown, which is ridiculous. Because, and then you got I'm not calling this jack off president-elect because I can't stand Joe Biden. He is absolutely, I'm going to just leave it alone, man, because I might, I might let it work my nerves and start cussing him out. But either way, I'm going to back down a little bit off of that because I hear enough of it every single day. But you got individuals now that's looking to take over, take the seat of the presidency possibly here. We got one last shot and we'll see. And if it falls through, we got bigger fish to fry on this thing, man. We got a bigger issue here as far as trying to do right by the American people, what's going on here, and dealing with this situation. It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough. But as I said, you got individuals talking about a mandatory lockdown, which is completely against our constitutional rights. Even these governors locking down the states are still against our constitutional rights. Yet nobody seems to, some people just don't seem to stand up and say, hey, you're violating my constitutional right. No, I don't have to be locked down on my place. Okay. Got to keep a roof over my head, keep clothes on my back, and food on the table. Give us the truth about this deal and stop playing political games about this, because it just so happened that this virus shows up and individuals just took advantage of it right off the giddy up, man, between the media and politicians. They took advantage of this whole deal in an election year with all the lies, and they're still telling lies, even more so. So give me the truth. That's all the people want. Give us the truth. Let us decide on our own. I mean, I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. All right. I'm not stupid. I don't know everything, but I'm damn straight not stupid. I can figure things out on my own very well. All I need is just the information, real information, not propaganda, not skewed numbers, not bull crap. I want the real answers. Then I'll decide what I want to do from there. Most people are that way. So, but let me bring something up here, man. So we got here. Yep, Tony, you here? Let me see if I can bring you up here on my screen so I can read some of these comments, guys. I finally got this thing working. Finally, man. And I'm kind of tired tonight because honestly, I was literally up last night till about 6:30 in the morning. I didn't go to bed at 6:30 in the morning. I stayed all night long working on everything with my streaming software, my other stuff, man. Everything that involves this entire deal, man. I grind it out pretty much on every weekend. So this is like the past 2 or 3 weekends, man. I've been sitting up late to 3:30, 4:30, yesterday 6:30. Just I didn't feel like going to bed. So what we got here? We got a comment here, Tony915, coming off my YouTube page here. I don't even know if it's worth voting anymore. You know what, Tony? Honestly, man, it's so. I hear you. This thing has been, how can I say, this whole entire thing, man, it's been such a slap in the face to us as far as believing in the process that our founding fathers have worked so hard. And as much as the left, they want to call it, flawed. The founding fathers didn't know this and they were flawed about this. And it's like, look, man, nobody's perfect. Not even back then they weren't perfect. And even back then, the mindset of our founding fathers are totally different now. What? 400 years later? I mean, give me a break. What do you think the mindset was back then? What do you think the mindset was around the world? I mean, you got to put this thing into perspective here. Is the Constitution perfect? No, it's not perfect. Okay? But it is balanced. And it is one of the best pieces of document that mankind has ever created for a nation, for a nation's freedom. It is the best document that is better than anybody else's in the world. It's pretty obvious, as you see, for how many years and how many centuries. Look now, look how things are going now. Come on, man. People still breaking their necks and giving life and limb, still trying to get here to get a piece of that old document. All right? I'm just saying. Since the Constitution, since ratified in 1791, I believe, right? It was started with the Revolutionary War, 1776. Constitution ratified, I believe, in 1791. I do believe. Since then, you know, the amendments that have been done with it, it's all been pretty much, and honestly, I think all the amendments to the Constitution after the 10th Amendment, I mean, everything else is pretty much a no brainer, right? Even though there was some um, I'm trying to say some pushback, should say, some pushback and some no votes on certain amendments. But let me see if I got some other comments here. Let me see if I can pull some more up on my deal. It's on my wrong. It's on a different screen here. Drag this over here. Guys, feel free to engage, man. Feel free to engage with me. I'm gonna be just a little bit longer here on this deal. Where we at here? Let me go back on the other comments you put in here, Tony. Let me pull this in here. Read a couple of them off. Read some of them off. You put 3 in here. Let me set this down here. Get the other one going here. And then you got one that's coming up here. Let me see if I can get it to reload. Put it in the queue and see if I get it to reload. But if not, I'll just read off my other screen over here. There's so much fraud. They were not going to have another 2016. The deep state wanted Trump gone. I believe it, man. I believe it. I'm not. If people talk about the deep state, yes, there is a deep state. You got to understand something. Trump getting in office in 2016 was a huge monkey wrench into the system of that people have been just lulled into. Empty promises, blow smoke up everybody's tail, saying you're going to do this and that. You get in office, well, you know, we ran into this problem right here, and we're going to work this out. Full of shit. Okay? We all know. Politicians are full of shit. So, and it's every single, every 2 years and every 4 years. It's the same cycle, man. It's over and over and over. You know, come to you, pander you, kiss your butt, give me a vote, get in office. We'll get right to it. What was that you promised you were going to do? You know, we're working on that, though. You know, we just need a little bit more of this, you know, but we're having opposition in the House or opposition in the Senate or something like that. Or we're having opposition at the presidency and his administration on what's going on. So we really can't pass this until we get some there. But I tell you what, if we get a couple more seats, it's that same old bull crap, dude. It's the same BS. And it's coming from both sides, man. Same old BS. We hear it every single 2 and 4 years. At some point, when are you tired of it? At some point, seriously. I mean, at some point, when can you stop? I mean, when are we going to stop being this here? When are you going to stop being sheep? That's the question. When are we going to stop being sheep? You know, I don't know. I don't know. And like I said, I just read your one comment here, Tony. Thanks a lot for your comment, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth voting anymore. I honestly still vote, man. Still vote. Why? I say this because of the fact of look at over the years. I say vote to give the ultimate respect, courtesy and respect to the individuals who are true to their heart, true to their soul, and true to their spirit, that they believed in this country so much. They believed in our freedom. They believed, they had faith. Whether you're a Christian or Muslim, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. I got a guy I work with, man. He's a Muslim. Love the guy. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. You know, We have conversations and we talk, and it's just like, man, that's what people need to get. We need to talk. We need to understand if it's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay. That's perfectly fine. We were not we are not creatures to agree on every single thing. I don't agree on every single thing that Donald Trump does or what he did. But I damn straight agree with results, man. I agree with results. There's some tweets he puts out there. He's got the right to tweet it. Okay, tweet it. That's fine. You may not like it. I personally really don't care because his tweets has nothing to do with a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food on my table. Not a damn thing. Okay? As my grandparents used to say back when I was little, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Not a damn thing. I still say that now. I tell that to my kids too. Same deal. It's the truth. What's that got to do? What's his tweets got to do? Well, I don't like his tweets. He's so mean. Who cares? Who cares? Do you have more money in your pocket? Do you have more discretionary income to spend? Do you have something to do with that discretionary income to invest it or something else like that? Is he cutting your taxes low so you got a little bit more money, give you a little breathing room for some stuff, so you don't have to stress so hard? Does his tweets affect that? No, what does affect that? His political decisions do, his policies. That does, for sure. And then it just depends on who the hell is going to support it and back it and then put it into play. So that's what you need to pay attention to, especially coming up. Really need to pay attention to it real close. I promise you, there's going to be some things that's going to be tried on us as American people, man. There's some stuff coming down the pipe. And if you guys are wide open and you're not they're not clouded behind the smoke of propaganda from both sides, should say, you see it coming. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in conspiracies really, because honestly, I think 90% of them are all bullcrap. There's only about 10% of conspiracies that actually has some legs to it. Okay. If you think this Hunter Biden crap, man, with Joe Biden, his kid, man, look, that story's got some big legs. It's funny how mainstream media tried to bury that, man, as much as they can, along with social media too, burying that whole story right before an election. My question is this: if this crap was out there, man, how come? Well, then again, the FBI was involved with it too, and they buried it too because they had evidence over this crap. They were looking at him man, for a year and 2 years, and then 2 years of what? Money laundering and everything. They've been looking at 2 years, didn't say a word about it. Mainstream media, nope, didn't bring that up. Their boy's up there running for election, even though his kid's an absolute 100% train wreck piece of crap. So, but I digress to a degree. Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. I swear. This whole deal. Yeah, it really doesn't stress me. I just keep my eyes on it. I just keep my eyes on it just like everybody else. Going about my life every single day, man. Do what I do with what I talk about here and what I support and what I'm about. What I'm about is, I'm about defending yourself. Ladies, I'm about you women, please get yourself involved in a concealed carry course. Learn how to defend yourself. I've been saying that for years and years, long before I was even teaching. I've been teaching a long time. And I was saying this long before I was even teaching. Okay. I've been saying this about ladies. Get yourself involved in this. Get yourself involved. Get yourself out there and get over your fear, especially get over the fear-mongering and propaganda behind the Second Amendment. Get past that, okay? You have the right, just like any man has the right, everybody has the right. In this country, as a legal citizen, you have the right to defend yourself. Flat out, you do, okay? You're born with it. This isn't given to you by government. Government has nothing to do with it. Government's job is to protect this inalienable right that you have. You're born with it. Now, take advantage of the things out there, the tools, and learn how to defend yourself. Learn how to make sure that you are prepared to defend yourself and your family. Get yourself involved in a class. Get yourself legally carry your protection. Don't rely on your man to always be there around you 24 hours a day to protect you if you have one. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Make sure you learn how to protect yourself on your own. You stand up and do that for yourself. If you got kids or family, something, stand up and do that for your family. Can't say it enough. I say it over and over and over. It sounds like a broken record. I'm going to continue to say it because it's truth. It is truth. So, but I I don't know what else to put in on this thing. You know, as I said, that article I read, um, yeah, that really does bother me. It does. Falls right in the line of what I've been saying. Get yourself protected. Get more training. So anyway, this is the story. This is it for this evening. I'm gonna cut this thing off here because I got some more stuff to do here and get prepped for the next one here next week. And actually, I think I'm gonna do some stuff in between the week too. Some just pre-recorded stuff. Record some things and throw it up. I do it live on Sundays at 7. Guys, tune back in here next Sunday. I'll be here next Sunday. My guest couldn't make it with me, my good friend Nate, because I wanted to talk this over there, but you know he's doing the daddy thing. You know, nothing wrong with that. Do the daddy thing. Spending time with his kids and stuff, you know, this evening, getting them ready to, because they're heading back to school Monday. So, yeah, I'm all for it, man. I'm all about family. I love family, you know, spend time with your family, spend time with your kids, teach your kids right, teach them the difference between right and wrong, teach them the truth, okay, and then, and let them grow up. And as long as you teach them the truth and you give them the best path that you can towards that, and get them to understand, keep an open mind about everything, and don't buy into everything. Always look for the truth, look for the answers. Go from there and then let them lead their own path. That's what I did with my kids. You know, I let them lead their own path and just love them to death for it. Be there, support them, and just do what you do. So, but anyway, guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me. Seriously, as I get more and more into my thing here, settling in with my stream, I appreciate the support so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube if you're watching me live. Make sure you hit the bell notification also so you get notified in videos. And somebody hit me up today. Sorry, I can't remember who it was that hit me up today. But I replied back to him. I said, you know what? Last year, man, it was crazy. I really didn't have a chance to slow down and actually get back into my videos and stuff. But asked me for an update on my EDC. Has anything changed? Actually, I've had a few changes to my EDC since the last update. So I'll be putting that video together this week, matter of fact. So, and starting with a new year, finally get my fat butt back in the gym, because anybody that knows me, man, that knows me personally, man, it kills me not to work out. And I have not worked out and trained on a normal schedule. On my normal routine that I've been training on for years, I have not had a chance to do anything with my normal workout routine in a year, consistently in a year, especially last year. And outside of just some of the lockdowns and previous, on and off lockdowns and stuff at the gym and everything, and trying to get back into working out, it really wasn't even so much that. It was just me really locking down in on this deal here with everything I do with my business here with Tactical POV, getting things set up out in my range. That was one of the biggest humps, the last hump, honestly, to take it to the next level of what I'm doing. Took me forever to get that done. So I was busy, very busy. Really didn't have time to slow down and focus on videos out in the field. So, or even anything indoors, especially now where I live here, and the weather is dictating what's going to happen outdoors outside of teaching concealed carry. It's really the rest of it's going to be indoors. So I'm going to get back to getting my some product reviews in here, because I got some other stuff. I got a few things here I want to review. Hopefully I can get some other companies out here, man. I'd love you guys to send me some stuff, other companies, if you're watching this deal. I really, like I said in the last video, man, I want to try those Axel earbuds, man, the noise canceling earbuds. I really want to try those, man, but I don't know. I can't seem to slow down and put money off to the side to buy them unless they send them to me. But I really want to break them down, break them down as far as what they're about, because I'm interested. I'm really interested in it. They look pretty awesome. So I want to run them through the ringer, go inside the range, go outside of my place out there, and get an indoor test on them, and then get an outdoor test on them, and really kind of kick it around a little bit and see what they have to offer, because they look pretty awesome. You know, sleek, comfortable, something like that. So I'm looking at that. It's gonna be a video coming up here as soon as I get a pair. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to don't forget to hit the like button on my Facebook page too, Tactical POV LLC, where I'm streaming this live over there as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can still find me on Instagram. You can find me on all the other social posts there that I'm out there. Just look for Tactical POV or Tactical POV LLC. You can find me. All right. Check me out on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to me on Rumble and Parler. I'm over there also, Tactical POV LLC on Parler, Rumble. This video I'm going to post over on Rumble. So if it gets whatever here on YouTube, you know, or Facebook or whatever, you'll still be able to find it. Still be able to find me there. And it's mainly on Rumble. It's going to be all video podcasts and stuff here on Rumble that I'm taking over there on that side. Just this thing and what I'm doing here. So thank you so much, as I said, for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. And as always, as I said before, people, get training. Get more training. I can't stress it enough. I cannot stress enough. I say it over and over and over and over, and I will continue to get extra training. Anybody here local looking to get in a good CCW course, look me up. Go to my website, it's tacticalpovllc.com. I have all my requirements scheduled, all the information you need to know. Payment links are all over there, so you can sign up for my course. It's open for every single Sunday now, again, still. So I'm scheduled for every Sunday, so to help get around people's work schedule, you know, help you out a little bit and find some time to get in. I give group discounts too. Look on my information there to explain my group discounts that I give out for group classes and veterans as well. Love my veterans, love my military. You know, you guys, veterans will get discounts as well. So keep that in mind. And don't forget to, as I said, subscribe and hit the like button. All right. Share my content too. That also helps a lot. It helps get around the algorithm of YouTube and Facebook stuff. So share my content if you agree. I would truly appreciate it. So until then, until next time, everybody, stay safe.